Hey, reviews.
Back up in here, yo.
And we just got back from watching Pacific Rim. Uprising. Alright, so I'm not going to pull any punches here. No pun intended. If you went to go watch this, or you want to go watch Pacific Rim Uprising, just to watch large robots fight other large robots
and large monsters,
this is exactly what you will get. About 30 to 40% of the movie.
Yeah.
The rest is some plot devices that don't really work, in my opinion.
Predictable.
Very predictable film.
Yeah.
Let's get into the actors. We got our homie John Boyega. Yeah. Finn from Star Wars, basically.
I mean, he's basically the same character in this movie.
The homeboy Scott Eastwood.
Yes.
I'm not really sure why they put him in here.
Like he had like a role that felt like it was gonna get bigger, and then it kind of
falls short.
Yeah. You're like,
kinda
okay,
like the movie.
Then he does it. Yeah.
And then Charlie Day and Bern Gorman, the two scientists from the first film, are back in this one. And Rinko Kuchai. I'm probably murdering that last name. I'm sorry.
You murdered it.
But basically, Mako from the first one.
Yeah.
She's back. Honestly, they all kind of give so performances.
I don't even think it's just they never had time to really, like, besides Finn and the other girl, no one really gets major screen time.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of like, bam, I'm here, bam, I'm out for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or so.
I think her name is Kylie Spanny. I never seen her in anything really. I don't think that I can think of. So she's new, up and coming actress, young actress. She has some good comedic timing with
Finn.
With Finn's character, basically. Yeah. Sorry, we're still gonna call you Finn. Sorry.
Finn and
we
forever.
know your actual name is John, but we're still gonna call you Finn forever.
Forever. You're just Finn.
This is how it's gonna go. Yeah, I mean, it definitely falls short, like, of expectations. I will say I enjoyed the first more than this one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of plot that goes into this. There's the whole John has, like, daddy issue thing because his dad was a hero.
Yeah, and he's trying to live up to the name.
And he's trying to live up to the name. And then you have other people who, idolize the Jaeger pilots, and they're in a time of peace, so to speak, but they have to be prepared whenever the threat might come back. So, I don't know, it's kind of silly. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 2. I do not think at all that you need to spend your money or your time on this film.
All your money on it. I'm just playing.
You could probably wait till Redbox, or those of you who have Cody. Yeah. I'll leave it. I'll hand it off to Ian.
Yeah, for the most part, it's kind of like you see most of the plot line or plot devices coming. For the most part, like, it's pretty predictable what is going to happen and this is going to happen, and you see it coming, and it's just like you expect more. Like, okay, even like the fighting with the Jaegers to be like more advanced and better weaponry and gadgets, and they don't really do that. They kind of just stick with the gadgets they had before. There's 1 or 2 new ones, but they aren't cool enough.
Yeah,
and it's like
really aren't.
Like you've been preparing for how long, and you're still like underpowered. Like, you should have more weaponry and more stuff, and since you've been preparing and constantly preparing for when they might come back. How do you not have any more improvements or made yourself cooler, better, or stronger?
I mean, the whole Moore's Law thing where the tech should have been getting better does not happen in this movie.
Yeah, like, it just stays the same. I guess because we're in peace, we're not trying. But I'm like, you have all these scientists constantly working.
biggest thing they're working on is maybe like jetpack fuel.
Yeah.
And drones.
But there's no new weaponry on anything.
They could quickly take out a kaiju or anything like that. So
yeah,
kind of silly.
That's.
So what would you rate it?
2.5.
Okay.
I mean, that's basically.
Do you feel anyone needs to bother spending their time or money on this film this weekend?
I mean, you don't have to. It's one of the things like, okay, if you just want to see a pointless action movie, here you go. That's what it is.
That's a good way to describe it. If you want to watch a movie where you just turn off the brain for a little bit and just kind of sit back, relax, pop some popcorn, laugh at some super cheesy, corny jokes, and comedic timing. That's kind of what Pacific Rim Uprising is. Yeah,
this regular, popcorn movie. You're gonna see a bunch of action, lots of special effects. There you go. I mean, if you've seen the trailers, you pretty much know that's what you got coming in.
Yes. Basically, the entire movie was basically extended trailers of what we saw. Yeah. Legit. Like every fight is in these trailers.
Some little like snippet.
Yeah, some snippet of every fight in this movie is in those trailers. So if you want to see more trailer, go watch the movie.
Yes.
Spoilers. All right. Yeah. Wow. So unoriginal way to take out the final boss.
Latch it to me arm.
It wasn't even the full arm. It was like the hand wrist. Oh.
And it was like no control. Like first I'm like, okay, they started like automatically move the arm up.
I was like, what was wrong with putting it on his back?
Because it wasn't strong enough to push it. I don't know. That's why I thought they said they wasn't strong enough to get it up. So that's why they were like, oh, latch it to my hand.
All right, and then other spoilers in here that didn't make any sense, right? Charlie Day's character, okay? Yeah. This probably is like the best part of the whole film, where he still is a kaiju fanboy, basically, and is like basically in love with them.
Well, I mean,
but because from the first film when he does the whole drifting, he drifts with the kaiju
to learn brain. What their plan is, but then I guess they
technically their brain is stronger, so somehow it kind of like overridden or like implanted some of their personality.
But just him, the other dog is good. Like he said, he has nightmares.
Well, remember because Charlie Day's character kept doing it. Right. So he was saying that in the first one, that same brain he kept.
Yeah, he kept.
And he kept using it over and over and over. So eventually, what they call the precursors, which are the little tiny ones you see at the very end of the first one, somehow survived that blast from the end of the first film and are in Charlie Day's head, basically.
Like, well, I guess it's affecting his head, or have.
No, they're in his head. Because remember there's that moment. It's like it flashes and it shows their face, or the one of their faces, and then he's like, us, we, me. I don't know who I am anymore.
Yeah, remember? It's like the little it's like because you drift, like their brain becomes part of your brain. So
so they kind of like overrid his human brain. Yeah. So he could try to maybe fight him, but he admitted that he's a weak little man, so he probably wasn't going to be able to.
Yeah. And he just gave in to.
He just gave into it basically. So it's one of those things where since he kept communing with the other kaiju brain that he had there, it kind of like took over basically.
He's like, we're gonna use you so we can come back and take over the world, and it's like okay.
Yeah.
So he basically made a plan to help the kaiju.
Where the drones were actually powered by little miniature engineered.
So this company was basically trying to make drones to make the Jaegers.
So they can only use one pilot. Yeah. Remotely from far away.
So they don't have to risk any human lives if basically Jaeger goes down.
Which, by the way, right off the bat, is a bad plan unless they were all nuclear powered, because we learned in the first one they made kaiju that could shoot off EMPs, electromagnetic pulse, which rendered those other Jaeger pilots motionless.
Well, I mean, at least they wouldn't die.
But everyone else would.
Okay. First of all, the new weapon that what's the name has, and he's just yanking buildings down. I'm going. there's probably people in there.
Well, they made the disclaimer that supposedly everyone was evacuating.
Nah.
Yeah, they did. Before they started fighting, they go, "You are clear to engage."
Nah.
Everyone has been, and you before
No.
the part that's hilarious about that is they literally show people still running and trying to get into these kaiju centers and still trying to get away from the beast.
Like it
So there's no way the streets are cleared.
I mean, it's
no way.
It's Japan.
Yeah.
You're not gonna evacuate Japan on like a day notice. People are still in those
less
buildings.
than that, right?
People are still in those buildings.
Now, props to them. They are very efficient. Not that efficient.
Because I'm like sitting there going, there's somebody in those buildings.
Definitely.
Like,
Definitely.
I'm like, if there wasn't, there's someone on the ground area that's getting killed. They killed a lot of people.
There were definitely people that were getting killed when they were trying to evacuate, right? Yeah. Like when they were coming, they're like dying by the thousands for sure.
Yeah. They killed like half the population of Japan.
Pretty much. Which is crazy because all these movies are just killing people.
And even the little sector thing was like going underground, and that one came under the ground.
It
so
I'm like, it smooshed it before it went down, right? I was like, I don't know if they survived.
And then later on, it dug under the ground anyway. So even if it was down there,
whatever was in the area, it got dug up or killed or something. I don't know.
I was like, well, you're not really saving anybody. Y'all just killing everybody as it is.
It's bad.
But don't remember that these people are there as we destroy buildings. And even they were fighting the one in Australia, was it in Sydney?
Sydney.
Just killing everybody.
Man, that drone killed all kinds of people.
I think it was like destroying buildings. And you throw them into the building, and they're like, "Let me stop on this building." I'm like,
I never understood that from the first one either. Why they're like, "I'm gonna throw this large thing to cause damage." Like the fight choreographer for how big things should fight probably should rethink that whole methodology because. That is not realistic.
Like, blast them back. Okay.
Onto a building up in the air, and it's gonna land.
Like, who cares about that?
I mean, in real life, if you were getting into a scuffle and someone knocked you on your butt, that's all that would happen to you. You would land on your butt and you'd go, ow.
With the robots, you're hitting metal.
And you dust it off and you get up and you keep going.
But a robot does damage.
Well, the other part too that I thought was funny was when they're basically out fighting in the sea and they throw them. Like, ooh, you landed in water.
It's cold water. It's cold. So machinery, the coldness affects it.
I'm going to wrap it up because we can keep going on and on making fun of this. So, the
sequel.
There's probably going to be a sequel, a third film, the way they end it. I can't say likely. But you know what? You never know with Hollywood nowadays.
Well, first of all, they didn't say the first one was going to make...
a sequel.
Because the first one only made $40-something million total in America.
Yeah.
So it made a sequel.
It did okay overseas.
Yes.
I think it got to like 200 or 300 million.
400.
So worldwide throughout its whole run, and then it made some money on Blu-ray and DVD.
So it took like 5 years to make a sequel.
So probably took them 5 years to make that much money.
So in about 5 years, you're gonna get
literally probably spent all the profits on marketing and making this film.
So 2023, Pacific Rim 3.
That wouldn't be too bad. That's good marketing already. So in the end, like I said, don't need to see this film this weekend. Definitely, you can wait and check it out. In my personal opinion, like I think Ian, go ahead, give your opinion one more time. What do you think?
I mean, I've seen a lot worse. I mean, it's just an action movie. It does what you expect it to be.
Yes.
Robots fighting robots and giant monsters. They said this is what this movie is. We're not going to sugarcoat it.
Yes.
Here you go.
Yeah.
So if you want to see CGI action and fighting and buildings destroyed and slow motion slides and slow motion movements and a lot of slow motion in this movie.
There was a lot of slow-mo during the Jaeger fights.
Yes. Yeah. Lots of slow motion action. This is your movie. And there's people that love action like that.
Wakanda forever! I say go see Black Panther again, personally. But like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to share the video out.
Share it to everybody.
Any comments you want about movies that you want us to check out or TV shows. We still have a few that we need to get caught up on and put out there. So we appreciate all the love the channel has been getting. And we'll keep putting out more videos for you.
Just for y'all.
For you. Peace.